What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today I want to talk to you about Sonic the card game. Now, I covered this when it was first revealed. I did a video about this that was moderately popular. The lovely folks over at Steamforged Games who did make this sent me a copy of the game. So just to be clear, this was sent to me as a lovely present by the lovely folks at Steamforged. And thank you very much to them. That was really nice. And actually, I owe an apology to Steamforged, right? Because they sent it to me ages ago. But they sent it to me when my wife was pregnant. And essentially, every time we went to play it, my wife and I, well, obviously, you know, the whole pregnancy thing, it gets in the way at times. Not in a bad way, just in a kind of, the time you set aside for games becomes interrupted here and there. And then, of course, you know, we had a baby, who is now a very tiny baby, adorable, but very tiny, who doesn't always sleep very much, which means we don't always sleep very much, which means the amount of time we've got for gaming together in the evenings is significantly reduced. So, my apologies to Steamforged for taking a while to get to it, but hey, we got to it in the end. And I should say, I'm a Sonic kid. Growing up, I had a Master System, not a NES. I had a Mega Drive, not a SNES. My favourite console ever is the Sega Saturn. You do not want to know how long I spent playing Sonic Adventure 1 on the Dreamcast. Wait, did I say Saturn? I meant Dreamcast. Dreamcast is my favourite console ever. Adore it. I'm a gigantic Sonic fan and a gigantic Sega fan. So, yeah, I was a bit excited for this. Now, the way the game works is it's kind of an interesting game. I like the game. The game is cool. Let me say that right at the beginning. So we've got a whole bunch of tokens here, but essentially what you do is you go and pick your dude. And there are 6 dudes available. You can choose someone who isn't Knuckles if you want to. I don't know why you would, but if you want to choose a non-Knuckles character, you are allowed. The 6 characters we've got here are Sonic, and Amy, and Tails, and Knuckles, and Shadow, and the anti-Shadow whose name I always forget. My apologies. Sorry about that. And you pick your character and you've got a racing card and you've got a retire card. And you've got yourself 3 life tokens. And I've got a big pile of tokens here which I did not set out neatly at the beginning. So somewhere Knuckles has a 3rd life token. I'm going to find it, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to find it. There we go. So you get your 3 life tokens, you choose your character and life is good. And then what you do is you race through and you make the stage as you go along through the game. So we start off with an enemy and a bonus card. These grant you extra powers. So, got a very handy, very concise little rulebook there. So that little bonus card there you will notice is invincibility, which means that you can change this player's card after character cards are revealed. Quite nice. And then you can boost points, gain an extra life, things of that nature. So we've got enemies, we've got bonus cards, and then, to be honest, the majority of them have rings. There's another enemy. There's another enemy. Okay, these have not been shuffled well enough. Although I really thought they had been. So, let's try and find some ring cards, shall we? There we go. So there's 15 rings. And what happens is that you start off the stage and you're going around in rounds, and then this gets shown up. So, 15 rings. Sounds good to me. So I go and put 15 rings on top of there, and then I've got 2 choices. I can race or I can retire. Now, if I race, I carry on. If I retire, I take those coins, and I'm done. And then when everybody is retired in that round, we move on and do another stage. We go through 5 stages, and the stage ends when everybody retires. Here's the thing, though, and this is what I really, really like about the game. It's mind games, and it is 2 to 6 players, although honestly, you could play it with more than 6. It would get long, you would start running out of stage cards, but still, you could engineer a more than 6 player game if you really wanted to. But I think this is the more players, the better, because here's the thing. If I retire, and I'm the only one that retires, I get all these goodies. But if other people also retire, we share the goodies. So if 2 players retired, we'd get 7 each, and the extra 1 would be put aside. But if 3 people retired, we'd get 5 each, and we don't know. You've got your race card and your retire card, and you put one of them face down to tell everybody what you're going to do. And you reveal them all at the same time. And that's where the game gets super interesting. It's the mind games. 2 player games, of fun, but if you start adding in, 4, 5, 6, that's where it gets really, really good, because you've got this constant mind game of, that bonus has come up. I want to take that bonus, but if more than one person tries to retire on a bonus card, no one gets the bonus. And that's what I love about this. It's really fun and really frantic. So then we go, there's another 7 rings, and essentially, if you get a second of the same enemy shown up, and you're still there, then you lose one of your life. And if you lose all 3 of your life, you're out until the end of the game. You don't get to take part in the remaining stages. It's quite a fast, simple game, and if I made any mistakes in the rules as I'm explaining it, I'm sorry. But it really is quite as simple as that. Card gets revealed in the round. You choose whether to keep going or whether to retire. But if multiple people retire, bonus cards don't get given out. Rings get shared between however many people retire. And your goal is basically to go through the stage retiring on the maximum amount of rings. Because obviously the more rings you've got at the end of the game, that's how you win. Most rings wins. Fairly simple. And your goal is to try and collect as many rings as you can without getting defeated. Because, again, the longer you stay, the greater chance there is that you are eliminated by an enemy. But also, the later you stay, the fewer people are still in the round. So if 6 people are in the round and I try and retire, there's a decent chance other people are going to, on a 15-ring card. Whereas if it's late in the round and there's only 2 of us, then the chances of someone else retiring are that much slimmer. I love those mind games. As a game, it's fast. You can play it quickly. And it's one of those, the rulebook says 5 stages. It doesn't have to be 5 stages. It can be 3 stages. You could give everybody 4 lives. It's one of those games that's really easy to house rule. Give yourself more or fewer lives. Give yourself more stages or fewer stages. It's an easy game to adapt like that. As a game, I like it. I have one problem with the game, and that is, as a Sonic game, I don't know how much I love it. Because the thing is, we've got enemies, bonuses, and points to count towards winning. We've got keep going or stop and collect points. It's got Sonic characters on it, don't get me wrong, and I'm loving the Sonic characters, The 6 characters available are characters from the Sonic universe, and I love that. On the back of the cards, and the cards are quite good stock as they tend to be for Steamforged games, you've got, and that's actually really cool, Sonic's got Sonic on the back, Tails has got Tails on the back, Amy Rose has got Amy Rose on the back, etc. And, when my daughter's a little bit older, she's going to love playing this with me because she loves Amy Rose. No one in my family is allowed to be Knuckles, that's for me. But this game could be reskinned to basically anything. Because what you've got is hazards, bonuses, points towards winning, and keep going or stop. There's nothing in there which is inherently Sonic. Now, if I compare this to another Steamforged game, Horizon Zero Dawn, now this is one of my very, 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 very favourite tabletop games. It's amazing. That really feels like Horizon Zero Dawn. Now, it's a very different kind of game. It's got a gigantic rule book that takes... It's one of those games that takes like an hour to figure out how to play it and you've still got a bunch of questions. Sonic, you can figure it out in 2 minutes flat. It's a really simple game. Horizon is a much more involved game. But in Horizon, you can either trap, or you can go melee, or you can go ranged, just like in Horizon Zero Dawn. You are trying to take parts off of the machines in order to give yourself advantages. You are sneaking around because when you alert them, they come looking for you. It's such a fantastic conversion of the video game to the tabletop game. And I played a lot of Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West on the PlayStation. I played a lot of the tabletop game. I cannot say the same for Sonic. I've played a bunch of Sonic since I was a tiny baby boy, and I played a bunch of this game, and I like the game. It's a fun game. But what you're getting here is a fun game with Sonic pictures. It's not a fun Super Sonic game, pun intended. And I would recommend it highly, let's be clear. If you're looking for a fast card game and you like Sonic, I would recommend it. But there's no real feeling of speed. One of the things about Sonic is you're running as fast as you can and you're going to run into hazards and that kind of sucks. But then you learn the stage and you get better. Here, there's no real element of speed. You're never ending up being rushed. It's very much kind of like a bluffing game for me. In that it's a case of you need to try and make sure you retire at the best possible time for yourself. Push it too far and it becomes awkward. Retire too early, you miss out on opportunities. retire at the same time as somebody else, etc, etc, yeah? That's the kind of game it is, and it's got beautiful Sonic pictures, and the art is lovely. And, you know, it's a very low-priced game, but for the price of it, you've got your nice cardboard tokens, you've got your nice high-quality card, it all comes in a nice box, and actually, right, and I'm sorry, this means a lot to me, because what I can do is I can take all of the cards, and they will fit very neatly in one side of here, and they don't rattle around too much, and I can take all of my tokens, and I can put them in the other side of this, and realistically, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put them in a little sealable bag, like I always do, and then it all fits very neatly back in. And not every game does that. I very much appreciate how neatly it all fits back in the box. I'm going to play a bunch more rounds with this. I'm going to play it with my kids as they get older. I do think it's a very cool game. The only negative I have on it is it doesn't really feel like... It looks like a Sonic game. The art is lovely. But there's nothing really in it that feels like a Sonic game. This could have been done for almost any other license. I'm still giving it a Wossy seal of approval. I don't know if that means anything to you guys, but if you're looking for a nice quick card game to play, you can learn it very quickly, you can play a few rounds pretty quickly. I like this. This is good. But I want to know what you think. Have you tried the game? Are you tempted to play out the game? Let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then the usual deal, comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays. Bye!